What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is the look we're creating today. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I recently uploaded this picture with the pink skull and everything, and I loved it, but that's obviously not like a wearable look that you could wear day to day. So I kind of wanted to do a pink look that you could wear on any occasion, minus the jewel freckles. You totally do this makeup look and rock it at any time of day. I would do this early in the morning, late at night, middle of the day, I don't care. I would wear makeup like this all the time. I kind of feel like I haven't uploaded to YouTube in kind of a minute, so in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys a lot, so I kind of feel like this video might be a little bit long, and because of that I don't want to make this intro long, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like this look already. Leave me some comments down below of any Halloween ideas you're thinking of, because I'm already starting to think of Halloween looks, and if you guys want to see any Halloween looks from me, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, or DM me on Instagram or anything like that. Tag me in some pictures you would want me to recreate, because I want to start thinking of those looks. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So brows are already on per usual. Should we add contacts? I think I kind of want to add contacts. I'm going to go ahead and put these contacts on, and for those of you that have asked before what contacts I use, these are from Joann's Beauty, and this specific color is satin gray. Ooh, for some reason my eyes are kind of just like not wanting contacts today, but I want to wear them, so we're gonna wear them. So since I already did my eyebrows off camera, I still have a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand, so I'm gonna just use that to prime my lids. How's my camera already about to die? I literally just charged both my batteries and it's already about to die. I haven't even started. And watch, as soon as I bring up this palette, it's gonna die. So for today's video, I'm going to be using this palette from Joann's Beauty. This is the 35N10 palette. This is one of her older palettes, so I'm not too sure if you can get your hands on it. It kind of reminds me of the Morphe 35B palette, except it has a bunch of glitter. But I'm going to be using this pink, so honestly you could use whatever pink eyeshadow you have if you have the 35B palette, or if you just have any other pink eyeshadow you want to use. I just want a really bright pink for the outer part of our eye. And I'm going to leave the very center of my eyelid blank. I don't want to put any eyeshadow there. I'm just going to kind of focus this on the outer part, and then we're going to do the same thing in here. I'm kind of blind, y'all, so I need my mirror like up here to see. And especially with these contacts, they're not prescribed contacts, so my eyes are already like, we can't see. My camera is seriously about to kick rocks right now. I already know. It's about to right now. How are you guys liking this setup a little bit? Like, I kind of pushed the camera out a little bit more so we can get a wider frame. And I kind of messed around with my lighting too. So let me know what you guys think of this kind of like video format, I guess. I don't know. And let me know if the lighting is better. Because in my previous videos, for some reason, I felt like my videos kind of have like a gray cast, or they're just kind of like dull. Let me know if you guys notice. Like, do you notice a difference or no? Because I kind of do, but like, I still don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my brow bone too, because as we keep blending, it's just gonna, yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm picking up my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna be using all of our favorite highlights, which is Beam. I'm just gonna place her right here. That way now I can blend, and it's already like, I don't know, it's already there, so I don't have to worry about it later at the end of the look and then try to go back in and blend it again, you know what I'm saying? I just want to apologize to you guys for not being as like active on YouTube, I guess. And I just kind of like uploaded this recent color series, and then that's it, you know? Really quick, as I keep talking, I'm going to move into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Love Letter. But I've just been focusing on my Instagram a lot. I want my Instagram to look professional and neat and put together and really thought through. It's just kind of fun for me to do that, and it's really like satisfying for me to see my Instagram and see like the layout of it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I love it. And I've even done looks where I don't post it here on YouTube, I just post it on my Instagram, I'm not trying to like neglect YouTube, but I get a lot more engagement on Instagram. But that's why I ask you guys to like follow me on Instagram and stuff, because you definitely will see a lot more of me and a lot more of my looks. I also want to start doing like IGTV, because when it first came out, I wasn't like super into it, I guess, you know? I would rarely even click the little IGTV icon, but as of lately, I've been like going in there and checking it out, and it's super cool. Like, I feel like I should have taken advantage of it a lot sooner, so I'm gonna try to start doing that now. I don't really know what's going on with this color. I thought it was gonna be a lot darker, but we're just gonna cover basically what we just did, because I like this color better. But yeah, anyways, so the look that I recently did with the pink skull, honestly, one of my favorite looks that I've done so far. I mean, I think it's one of my favorites because I just naturally love skulls. I don't know what it is. I just love them. They're so cool looking to me, and to do them with makeup is like my jam. Alright, so to deepen my outer corners up a little bit, I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette just because I need to pick up that black eyeshadow right there. Only pick up a little bit at a time and just lightly feather it onto your eyeshadow. I don't really want this to look black. I just want that dark shadow. Okay, yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, I posted that look. It was one of my favorites, and a lot of you guys seem to love it, so I was so happy that you guys liked it, because I didn't know exactly how that look was gonna go, and I was kind of scared because the skull can be messed up very easily. Like, it's not always easy to get it down, but once you get it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But I was kind of scared to like mess it up, but it came out really, really good, so I was happy. And like I said, I filmed it and then uploaded it to my IGTV, so I'm really excited for that. Okay, y'all, so I gotta tell y'all about this. So I kind of had a really bad dream last night, and I don't know. Okay, when I have dreams, y'all, my dreams are literally like movies. They feel forever long. It feels like it's 100% real. I never know I'm dreaming until I actually wake up and I'm like, oh snap, that wasn't real, you know? Did any of y'all experience that? I do, for sure. Okay, now really quick, before I keep talking about this, I'm gonna be moving on to the next step. This is like glitter eyeshadow from Stila, and this is in the shade Kitten. And we are just gonna, yeah, I want it to be straight, but I also want it to go straight up into area. I'm just gonna take the brush and pick up like a tiny bit of the product and like dab it on the edges to blend it. Can you guys even see this? Like, I know I'm way over here, you know what I'm saying? But like, can you see it? Now this stuff is gorgeous, but what we're about to put on top of it is just gonna like set it off. You know what? I'm gonna go back in with that hot pink, and that's what we're gonna use right here. And that's gonna look a lot better, I think. Okay, there we go. There we go. Back to what I was saying, right? So my dreams are very real to me. And my dream was basically about two people that are super close to me in my life, and they basically just turned their back on me in my dream, and were just like, it was very like hurtful, and it was hard to like, I don't know, just deal with it basically. And so in my dreams, I noticed there's a pattern. Like, I guess this is a way that I can tell that I'm dreaming, but again, in my dream, it's not clicking that this isn't real. And so it's just frustrating. But anyways, let me explain to you what I'm talking about. So the pattern is that anytime I'm having a bad dream, I always try to call my mom, or I try to call my boyfriend, or I'm trying to call somebody because I either want to get out of that situation, I need them to come pick me up, or I'm scared and I just need to talk to them, or I need to know if they're okay, or whatever it is. I'll literally like have my phone and I'll be like either trying to text them, trying to dial their number, or I'll be like going through my contacts or trying to dial their number. Whatever it is, it just won't work. My phone will just like glitch, or the numbers are like jumbled up and they're not even in the right order. This also happened like with my boyfriend. I was trying to call my boyfriend one time in my dream, and I couldn't remember the last 4 digits of his number. Like I was getting them mixed up. And so I was just like, oh my goodness, like it's frustrating in my dream, because I'm trying to like, it's like when you're running and you're like, you can't run fast, but you're like giving it everything you got. I'm trying to give it everything I got to figure out this number or contact my mom or something, and it's just like impossible. I was just sitting there like crying, trying to call my mom, and I just couldn't. It was impossible to get in touch with her. And it was just like so heartbreaking, you know, like in the moment. Like I said, it seems so real to me, like so real. And so I'm just sitting there like crying, like, oh my God, I'm never gonna speak to my mom again, or I can't like contact my boyfriend, or you know, whatever. And it's just so like, you know. And so I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God, I just woke up in tears, and it sucks like doing that, like dreaming like that. But I'm curious if any of you guys like deal with that. Like I always think like sleep paralysis is a trip to me, and like lucid dreaming is so crazy. It's so interesting to me, but it's terrifying. You know what I mean? Like, because of the fact that, like I said, I've never like lucid dreamed, or I've never even had sleep paralysis. I went way too high right there. I've never even had sleep paralysis, but like the idea or the thought of it, it terrifies me, just because I know how real my dreams are. So I can only imagine if you're like in sleep paralysis and it's just like you can't do anything, and whatever you see or your hallucinations or whatever it is like so real. And let me know if any of you guys have ever experienced that, and like, I don't know, are you ever aware that you're dreaming? And like, how do you know? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do if you're like, oh shit, this is a dream? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do? I've never been aware in a dream, but if I were, I wonder, like, what would I do? Would I start like freaking out, or would I be like, oh snap, I can fly? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is looking kind of cool. There's one more step that I want to do to like amp this up. So I'm taking my Artist Couture Diamond Lights finisher, and this is in the shade Spotlight Glitz. I'm gonna take off this little plastic thing. This is so like all the product won't fall out, but I'm gonna take it off so we can, oh my God, I don't want to drop it, but like look at all that goodness. What I'm gonna do is actually add like a tiny bit in the very center, because I do want it like a little bit wet so that this finisher can like stick to it. And then I'm gonna take this brush and I'm literally just dipping it in here and pat this up. Okay, and I'm kind of like sliding the brush a little bit because I want this to fan out. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I don't think the camera is doing it justice. Like, if you see it in person, especially in the sunlight, oh my God, these Diamond Lights finishers in the sunlight are gorgeous. Like glitter, diamonds, literally magic on your eye. It's stunning. This is what I wanted. Like, this was cute. This was okay. This is stunning. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at how wet that looks like in the camera. So I'm taking that hot pink again, and I'm just gonna focus this on the outer and inner corner again, leaving the center blank. Doing the same steps we did on the top, I'm going to be taking that darker maroon shade and just kind of going right over this as well. And we're going to do the same thing we did on the center to the center of our lower lash line. Just place a little bit of this in her. And then I'm just going to use the little plastic cap that I popped off to like pick up some of this pigment. We're going to pop that right on top. I'm going to just take some black eyeshadow and kind of smoke out the lash line. But I'm only focusing this on the outer and the inner corner part. And I'm also going to be tight lining my waterline again, just on the edges. Now we're gonna lock everything in. I'm gonna set with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. Ooh. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't put mascara on before your setting spray. Because if I would have done that and I would have sneezed, it would have been all over my under eye area. And I would have cried. Baby girl, now it's time to highlight. So we're gonna be using Artist Couture, and of course, yes, and Illuminati. I mean, we're doing a pink look, so I have to use like a pink tone highlighter, right? Yes, it is a little bit too dark for my skin tone, so I have to mix it with Illuminati, so that way it's not like a dark line on my cheek, you feel me? Ooh, good. Come through, highlight. Oh, girl, that was kind of a lot, so I need to spread this out. Okay, there we go, there we go. That's a little better. I'm gonna hit it with one more spray. Yes. Now everything is locked and loaded. I'm gonna be going in with my L'Oreal Infallible paints, and this is the metallic one in the shade Moonlust. Living. But just to top this look off even more, as if this look couldn't be any more cuter, we're gonna turn it up a notch. You ready? Did you catch it? I added some rhinestone freckles and a couple of white dots. Ever since I got these jewels from Michaels, I want to put it in every look. I mean, it's kind of becoming a thing now. Ever since Euphoria came out, I've never watched the show because I don't have HBO, but since that show's come out, everybody's been putting jewels on their face and stuff, so like it's super cool. And yes, I am going to be wearing this to the movies. Hair and makeup, all of it. I mean, y'all know I really don't care. At the end of the day, people that see me with my makeup on, they know I look cute and they know I got skills. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That way you can see the fire looks that I'm gonna post in this look. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys, so thank you again for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.